Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face using only one palette, and that's going to be the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. When I got this palette, I just felt really inspired by it. This is what it looks like, and it has a lot of neutral shades, a lot of really beautiful shimmers, and so today I just thought that this was a really universal palette that you could use for a lot of different looks, and so today I really just wanted to try to do a full face using only this palette. So I already went ahead and did my foundation, and I already did my concealer as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my under eye concealer, and I'm going to set it using this Vanilla Cream, which is this nice matte like banana brightening shade. And so I'm going to go ahead and with my Luxie brush, this is the 836 that I always use to set my eyes, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this Vanilla Cream shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that under the eye. There's a lot of setting powders that are like yellow tinted, that are like banana setting powders, and they're supposed to combat the dark circles that are under your eyes. So I thought that this would be like a really good shade to use for that. And I'm just setting everywhere that I put the concealer. Okay, I actually think that worked really well. That mattified pretty nicely. This is a pretty powdery palette, so like I might have to blow it off a few times, but I don't usually mind a little bit of kickback in my shadows. I think that helps with blendability usually in the formula. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to do my eyebrows using this dark brown mocha shade. I usually do use an eyebrow powder, so I thought that this would be a good way to use the palette as well. So I just took a little bit of that on my Benefit angled brow brush. And I'm just going to take that and outline my brows. I actually don't think the shade is a bad shade match to my brows. It's a little warmer than my natural brow color. I have more cool brown hair, but it's actually not bad. It's pretty close. So there's one eyebrow done, and then I'm going to go ahead and just do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I finished up with my eyebrows. Now I'm going to go ahead in with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel and just go ahead and set that like I always do. And now I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia pot concealer and just clean up the shade. I'm going to go ahead in with my Anastasia pot concealer, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the edges of my brows. I'm going to be using the Morphe M432 brush, and I just got a little bit of the concealer on there, and I'm just outlining the bottom line of my brows. Now I'm just taking it and blending it down. I'm just doing the same on the other eye. Okay, and now I'm just going to go and take my beauty blender and just blend out the edge of that concealer. And and make sure that it's blended into our foundation. Okay, and now I'm going to prime my eyelids. I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance right now. Just taking a little bit of dollop on my finger and blending that around. And I usually pat it on after I apply in a sweeping motion. I feel like that helps give me control and make sure that I don't have too much product in any part of my eyelid. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with the Latte palette, and I'm going to okay, now I'm going to go in with that Latte palette, and I'm going to first go in with this caramel shade here, which is like a pretty orange transition shade. And I'm taking my Morphe E27, and I'm just going to start blending this into the crease. This palette is extremely pigmented, so you do not need to pick up a lot of product. Like, I just dipped my brush in one time and I'm getting all of this pigment. And doing the same on the other eye. Take my Morphe R37 blending brush, and I'm going to take this double shot shade here, which is a nice pinky purple, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my brush and place that on the outer edge and start blending inward into the crease. And then I'm going to place some on the inner part of my eye. I'm going to be creating a halo eye today. Okay, and now I'm going to be taking my Morphe M518 brush, and I'm just going to go in with this mocha shade, which is the dark brown, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush and place it on the outer edge here. And blend, and then a little bit on the inner part as well. Leaving a space open on the lid where we'll be putting a bright shimmery shade. Okay, and now I'm going to take my Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just going to go around the outer edge and blend upward, making sure that everything is nice and blended out. And now I'm going to be taking my Scone large shadow brush. This is what it looks like. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is a new brush. I just got it in my Ipsy bag. And I'm going to go in with this macchiato shade here. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that. I'm just swiping that across the shadow. I'm just going to be placing that right in that space that we left open, right on the lid. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my Morphe R37 in that purple double shot shade, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the macchiato shade that we just put on the center of the lid to make sure that the edges are blended. And I'm just taking a little bit of mocha and going in and making sure that it's blended as well. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my Morphe E36 pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with the purple double shot shade, and I'm just going to go along the lower lash line. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of mocha and just concentrate that on the outer part of the lash line and smoke it out. Okay, and now I'm going to be going in with my Morphe E18. This is another pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with macchiato, which is this bright shimmery shade again. And I'm just going to highlight the inner corner of each eye. And the brow bone. Okay, and now I'm going to take my It Cosmetics Superhero liquid liner and just apply some eyeliner. Okay, and now I'm going to be taking my Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara and just applying mascara to the top and bottom lashes. Okay, now that my mascara is done, I can see that there is a space between where my eyeliner and my eyelashes meet. So I'm just going to take my eyeliner and get really close to the lash line and just fill in any of those gaps. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to highlight and contour. I'm going to be using this mocha brown shade, and I'm going to be taking my Tarte Cosmetics contouring brush. This is from their Glow Getters, I think it's called Glow Getters collection, and I'm just picking up a slight amount of product and just tapping it off of my brush. Because this is such a deep brown, I want to make sure that I don't pick up too much pigment. So now I'm just going to take this and place it right in the hollow of my cheeks, and as you can see, it's a lot of pigment, so I'm actually going to wipe off the rest of it and then just use the rest for blending. And I'm just being very careful to blend this out. And then I'm going to do the same thing, picking up just a little bit of product and placing it on the hollow of my other cheek. I picked up a little bit less pigment this time. And now I'm just concentrating on blending it out. Since this is an eyeshadow, it's going to have more pigment in it, so you're just going to need less product to contour with this. I actually think that this is a beautiful contouring shade. Okay, and now I'm just going to take a slight amount of product again and contour the jawline. Okay, and now I did not find a good bronzer shade in this palette, so I am going to use my Tarte bronzer to just bronze up a little bit on the outer parts of my face. This is the Park Ave Princess bronzer. This is the one that I always use pretty much. I'm just bronzing the outer parts of my face just ever so slightly. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to blush, and I'm going to take my Morphe G36 brush, and I'm going to be taking Double Shot, which is this purple pink shade that we use for our eyes, and I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of that and put it on the apples of my cheeks, blending outward into the contour. And as you can see, there's a lot of pigment on that as well, so you're going to want to be careful with that too. That placed a lot of blush on my cheek, so what I'm going to do is, if you put too much blush on, you can just take your beauty blender and just go over top of it, and what's left of your foundation is going to balance that out just a little bit. I'm just taking a little bit over the bridge of my nose. And now I'm going to be taking that mocha shade, the dark brown, with this Morphe M173 brush and just placing a slight contour on my nose. And for the last step, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M501 brush, and I'm going to take the macchiato shade that we put on our lid, and I'm just going to get a little bit of that and apply that as highlight. Okay, and now that that is all done, I'm going to be just applying my Kat Von D setting spray. Making sure everything is nice and set. And now for the very last step, I'm going to be taking my Kylie Cosmetics Head Over Heels Matte Liquid Lipstick and just applying that. this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was just really inspired when I got this palette because I just thought it was such a beautiful neutrals palette with the like little pops of color and mattes and shimmers, and I just thought that this was so universal that it could be used for so many different things. So I really wanted to film this full face using it just so I can demonstrate all the different ways this palette could be used. And this goes for all eyeshadow palettes. If you find a great eyeshadow palette that fits your skin tone, you don't have to just use it for eyeshadow. Makeup can be used in so many different ways, and that's the wonderful part about it. So I hope this video helped you guys, give you some tips on how to use your favorite eyeshadow palette for a whole face. Now you can just travel with one palette. You don't need to take a whole bunch of different palettes. So I hope this helped you. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.